So, if you guys are living under a rock, then you probably missed the news this morning that Microsoft just made the largest gaming acquisition in history. They are acquiring Activision Blizzard to bring, according to them, the joy and community of gaming to everyone across every device in a move that is just unprecedented in the gaming industry. An all-cash transaction valued at $68.7 billion. I want to break down everything that this means for the future of the franchises that are coming over, as well as what it means for the gaming industry as a whole, because that's what we do here. Like the video, subscribe for more industry discussion and commentary. So, in a press release that came out this morning, and there were rumors circulating about this whole thing, but the official press release came out this morning with Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard for $95 per share in, again, the all-cash transaction. I would love to see that amount of cash just stacked up outside of the Activision offices. But when this transaction closes, Microsoft will become the world's third largest gaming company by revenue, behind Tencent and Sony. The planned acquisition includes iconic franchises from the Activision Blizzard and King studios. Keep in mind, they also bought King alongside this deal. King being the owners of Candy Crush, which, as much as I'm not a fan of a lot of mobile games like Candy Crush, and as much as a lot of people don't look at them as a viable gaming platform, the mobile gross revenue of Candy Crush, when you Google it, from January to September of 2020, they generated revenue at $473 million. So this is a huge acquisition for Microsoft when you consider that they're bringing over franchises like the Warcraft, and not even just World of Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Candy Crush. In addition to global esports activities through MLG, the company has studios around the world with nearly 10,000 employees. There are a lot of questions surrounding this. What's going to happen to Call of Duty? Is it going to be going exclusive to Xbox? What's going to happen with Bobby Kotick, the controversial CEO of Activision Blizzard, who was almost ousted by his own company and shareholders due to the ongoing sexual assault allegations at Activision, and just all the controversy swirling around just Bobby Kotick's moves and motives. It's always the bottom line. We had this stuff with Blizzard where they basically had like peak revenue year, but still laid off a bunch of employees. Bobby Kotick is a piece of shit, and I would love to see him go. Unfortunately, according to this, he will continue to serve as CEO of Activision Blizzard, and he and his team will maintain their focus on driving efforts to further strengthen the company's culture and accelerate business growth. Once the deal closes, the Activision Blizzard business will report to Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming. According to reports, this deal is expected to close in 2023. Will Bobby Kotick, be a part of the company moving past that? I would hope not, and I would actually expect not, considering Phil Spencer has been one of the higher-ups in the industry to speak out against Bobby Kotick allegations. He says Xbox is evaluating its relationship with Activision. This was back in November of 2021. Move forward 2 months, and Phil Spencer's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're buying the whole goddamn company for billions of dollars. Now, the cynical side of me is wondering, because an acquisition of this magnitude had to have months and months of work put under it to get the paperwork together. It's not just something that Phil Spencer woke up on a Monday and was like, I want to buy Activision today. No. But now I'm wondering if Phil Spencer spoke out against Bobby Kotick back in, November 19th because of all the allegations to kind of maybe keep the price down a little bit. When you read the article that came out in November about Phil Spencer, apparently Spencer put out an email to staff that states that Xbox is evaluating all aspects of our relationship with Activision Blizzard and making ongoing proactive adjustments. This is obviously following reports that Kotick knew about sexual misconduct at the company for years, as well as allegations against Kotick himself being detailed in the Wall Street Journal. Come 2 months later, Activision is now acquired by Xbox. I would hope that Phil Spencer stands by his morals and actually ousts Bobby Kotick from that position once the deal closes, but for the time that remains to be seen. Now, what does this mean for Call of Duty? Is COD going Xbox exclusive? I really don't know, but when you think about the value that is being provided to subscribers of Game Pass with this acquisition, it's kind of fucking crazy. As they've already stated that Xbox is planning to launch Activision Blizzard games into Game Pass, which also has reached a new milestone of over 25 million subscribers. And with Activision Blizzard's nearly 400 million monthly active players, whew, Game Pass just became untouchable to the likes of Nintendo, Sony, even if you consider like EA and Ubisoft Plus. This press release also says that upon the closing of this deal, Microsoft will have 30 internal game development studios along with additional publishing and esports production capabilities. I'll be honest, the whole thing actually blows my mind to wake up on a Tuesday and realize that Xbox owns World of Warcraft. Microsoft owns WoW and Diablo and Call of Duty. When it comes to things like Candy Crush and StarCraft, I'm not a huge fan of those games, even Overwatch to an extent, but I'm a huge WoW fan, and I actually really like Call of Duty when it comes to the games like Modern Warfare, and the fact that Xbox now has ownership of those IPs kind of blows my mind. When I think of World of Warcraft, I think of the downhill trend that has gone on over the last however many years. Now, shaking things up like this, we might see a sequel. We might see more investment towards World of Warcraft and see content come out. Like, I don't know, the possibilities for Xbox controlling these IPs is huge. It could be the greatest thing in the world for some of these games. You could shake it up and kill the subscription fee for World of Warcraft and just tie that straight into Game Pass. If you have a Game Pass subscription, you can access World of Warcraft for no extra cost, or Xbox could try to keep the status quo and still bring in that subscription revenue. I don't know, but the possibilities there for the business side of things, it could get really, really interesting. I'm very excited for the prospect. I know there's a lot of people talking out against the monopoly. When you read that a $68.7 billion acquisition brings Microsoft to the world's third largest gaming company, I don't know if that's quite the monopoly that people are calling out and speaking out against, but with Microsoft buying ZeniMax and then owning Bethesda, bringing all of those games into the fold with Game Pass, and now Activision, Blizzard, and King, if Xbox decides to go after a company like Ubisoft or a company like EA, we could start discussing the monopolization of the gaming industry. Does this threaten Sony? Absolutely. Like, we can't sit here and say that it doesn't. And to not go into the console wars, just the business side of things, Sony's bread and butter is their first-party titles. But if they lose that third-party gameplay with the Call of Duties, we know, and I've been speaking out against Sony for a long time, they have done jack shit with their first-party multiplayer IPs, things like Killzone, Resistance, and SOCOM. Does this acquisition and potential threat of Call of Duty going exclusive, does that now turn Sony to look at those IPs, those ones that they've forgotten, and focus more on making first-party multiplayer titles to now compete with this? And if so, honestly, that's a great thing for gamers if Sony wants to start throwing weight around in the multiplayer space again, because I'll be honest, man, outside of Halo and Gears in the glory days, Sony had some pretty banger multiplayer IPs that were kind of trumping Call of Duty at the time. Do they go back and revisit it? We'll see. But I find it crazy that this is on the heels of the Take-Two Interactive buying Zynga. This was just last week. They bought it for $11 billion cash and stock deal, and that was the largest acquisition. I never talked about it because nobody gives a shit about Zynga on this channel. They don't care about Farmville, right? Y'all care about shooters. Well, this is a huge change to the industry, and I wanted to talk about it. I don't know how well this video is going to do, so if you guys did like this kind of content, please leave a like on it and let me know in the comments down below, A, what you think of me talking more about industry news like this, and B, what the fuck do you guys think is going to happen with this acquisition? One of the most interesting things about this acquisition that I don't see a lot of people bringing up is the fact that Xbox and Microsoft now owns Crash Bandicoot. So, you know, there's that too. My name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video and subscribe for more industry content, and I'll see you on the next one.